today's the third day in a row, and sometimes that third day in a row they can drag a little bit. Really challenged our offense in our meeting to come out and really compete and focus and lock in and have really good energy. And I thought they did that today. I was proud of that for sure. We're not close where we want to be execution-wise yet, probably getting ready, still 2.5 weeks till we play, but really excited about the way our guys came out today. And I thought as a whole, I thought we had really good energy and focus. And, we're looking forward to tomorrow. There'll be a lift day and meeting day and then get back on the field on Friday. But really proud of the way we came out and practiced today, and hopefully we'll continue to do that, get better as we get ready for Georgia Southern. All right, questions?
How do things change once you get that starting quarterback name? You get that's practice days.
Yeah.
How are things different?
Well, I think it's important for him to get the timing, with our wideouts. I think that's important. You can only get so many reps of plays in practice, so it's important for those guys to go ahead and build that timing together. And I think also just running the offense, the different situations, when we go tempo, when we're in a 4-minute, 2-minute situation, whatever the situation is. I think it's important for that quarterback to get comfortable with the guys he's going to be on the field with. And I think we made some strides in the right direction on that part.
Chip, do you have a first 5 offensive line yet that you feel comfortable with, and have you kind of segmented that?
I think we've got a couple different combinations. I think we're still looking at. Now we've narrowed that down pretty good. I think between 6 or 7 guys, but really still looking for the exact 5 combination that we're looking to open the game with. And luckily we still got quite a few practices left to get that done.
Quite frankly, is Prince Vega still at left tackle?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's still working there for sure. When we rotate those guys through, so to say that we've got a 5 set, I can't say that, but we are rotating some different combinations, guys in different spots, and just trying to get them on film and see which combination works the best for you. Now, don't get me wrong, there's not like 10 different combinations. I mean, it's only 2 or 3, but I think that group as a unit, you better be deeper than 5 anyway. So we feel pretty good about it.
Who are the 6 to 7 guys?
What's that?
Who are the 6 to 7 guys?
All right, you're going to put me on the spot. All right, Tega, Mike Horton, Austin, definitely, Darius James, help me out, throw me. Braden Smith, he'd be one for sure. Those guys along, Wilson Bell's done some good things. We also, feel good about Marquell Harrell. I think those 6 or 7 guys, and if I've left somebody out, I apologize. You got me on spot with that. Casey Dunn, yeah, for sure. Casey's been working at center. So any combination of those 7, 8 guys, whatever it is, I think, we're looking at a couple different ways.
You didn't take those first team reps and a lot of those the last week or so. How have you seen them kind of develop?
Yeah, he showed a lot of flash in the spring from the standpoint of he's just really athletic and a strong guy, and I think he's continued to progress. And obviously, when you rotate through a fall camp situation and the defense starts giving you different looks, then there's a learning curve there. But I really like the progress he's made. He's a hardworking guy. It's really important to him. He studies and prepares, so he's obviously got a really bright future.
Chip, the spring and really all offseason, the emphasis was Braden's got to be a tackle.
Right.
The emphasis.
Yep.
I get that, hey, Tega moves up, Darius has to go somewhere, but why Braden back to guard as opposed to
I think it's just one of the combinations. Darius has probably not played near as much guard in his career. I think that's probably the simplest answer. But I don't think we're committed to one set yet. I think you use, because when you go through a season, you have guys that get banged up and things. So I think the more versatile you can be up front, the better you can be overall.
Chip, do you have a fairly good idea what freshman you think can help you guys?
Probably. I think Noah may have a chance, especially because he's on the special teams. I think he would be one for sure. I never will rule out Malik Willis after some deals I've gone through with quarterbacks in the past in my career, playing a lot of guys. So too early to rule him out for sure. Maybe Shanker in some role. Still too early to tell, but those are 3 that jump in my head. If I've forgotten somebody, Devin Barrett would be another. It's getting a really hard look as a running back. Who was that? Is that who you asked me about? Okay, Devin Barrett, definitely. I think those 4 probably would come to mind first.
That tight end role, Shanker's obviously one of those.
Yeah.
What have you seen out of that position?
Yeah, I've seen those guys really improve. Jalen Harris has made a lot of strides since last year. I really believe that, being physical, blocking, hand in the ground, as well as in the backfield. Obviously, Chandler plays more of the 3-back spot for us. I think he's improved. Sal has had some hit and miss there. He is technically classified with our tight ends, but we flex him out a lot. And then Shanker, I think's gotten better putting his hand in the ground and blocking. For a guy to come out of high school in the SEC and learn to block at this level, I think is a tough task. But so far he's really shown some flashes. The future's really bright for him.
How has Jarrett Stidham reacted in these couple of days since being named the starter and been out there getting those first few reps?
Yeah, he hadn't been any different from off the field or around the team. He's been the same guy. I mean, I think he's a guy that's pretty driven and excited about practicing every day, prepares every day like even before he was named. So really hadn't seen much change in his demeanor, and he's had a couple good days here in a row.
How is Sean?
Sean's been great. Sean is probably really, I think, really improved. I mean, from the spring to now, we really worked some fundamental things with him. He's improved in that area. Obviously, his knowledge and experience is very, very, very valuable. And the quarterback room is a really good room. Those guys get along well, and we have a lot of fun in there together. And I think Sean's an Auburn guy. He's an Auburn man. He's been here. He's a tough guy, and I know he's excited about the season as well.
How valuable is he, a guy that's not going to get as many reps as he's gotten, but has to be ready and prepared?
Yeah, he's very valuable, and his experience, I think, makes that even better for us that he's actually played some and prepared. And I know Jared has leaned on him in some of the things that we're doing just because he's done it before. So I think that's very valuable for us.
What's your current thought, I guess, on playing Malik Willis or trying to redshirt him? What do you sort of stand with that?
Yeah, I think it's too early to say we're going to redshirt him, but obviously we think we got two guys, Jarrett and Sean, that have played some, but Malik still getting reps, rotating through in different things, and not ready to commit to him as a redshirt yet.
When you look at that third tailback spot,
Yeah.
what do you look for? Are you looking for like a situational player that can do a certain thing, or do you want a guy that just is the third best tailback?
That's a good question. I think there will be some situational things. Devin brings some things to the table that's a little different from a skill set standpoint. Obviously, we feel really good about our first two guys, and then how much that third guy plays kind of depends on scenarios in the games, injuries, and so forth. But I do think we're looking for the third most well-rounded back that we can find, and I think the three guys in that spot that are competing are all a little different. So I think it'll be, kind of who makes the biggest difference. We've been charting, the scrimmages and different things have been going on and who's been the most productive. I think they all three can fit in our offense. I just think, right now we're still kind of looking for that guy.
Does anyone have the edge right now?
I wouldn't say so. No, I wouldn't say so. Devin, Malik, and Cam Martin would be those three guys, right? I think those three guys have gotten the bulk of the reps and really done a nice job. All three of them have shown flashes, being really good players.
Chip, you've had to tell a lot of quarterbacks, I'm sure, that they weren't going to get the job.
Yeah.
How difficult is that? And because it's obviously different than any other position.
Yeah.
How difficult is that, and how hard is it for a guy to react the way you want him to react?
I think if you're honest with guys and open throughout the whole process, because every one of them know I love them and care about them. It's just a matter of being honest and upfront and saying, hey, I'm gonna make a decision. That's what I'm here to do. At the same time, I expect you to compete and continue to compete and talk them through all the different scenarios and things that might happen. In my experience, I've had to deal with injuries at quarterback spot before, and so has everyone else probably in some time in their career. So I think it says a lot about the kind of guys that you have in your room, the kind of guys you recruit who are competitive, but see the big picture of a team and what's the most important thing. And I think all the guys in our room, including Devin, all four of them, I think they all see, they want Auburn to do well, and I think they trust the coaches and the staff, and really they've handled it well. It's not really hard, I don't think, to make a decision because I think that's part of where we're at in college football. It's probably harder in high school, to be honest with you, kids are younger. But, those guys know that they better be ready to play too.
Chip, you can't speak to last year here, certainly, but your own passing offenses, your success. When this passing offense struggled so mightily the past couple of seasons, statistically speaking, yours have always been in the top 40.
Right.
What are realistic expectations? But from a fan base that has seen what Jarrett did at Baylor and sees
Right.
the big arm and, gets wowed by what he did on A-Day, what is realistic to expect from this passing offense?
I think we just want to be really efficient. I'm not sure exactly yards and all that thing. Obviously, we got two really good running backs, and we've been really good at running the football here. And the better you run it, the better you are at throwing it. There's been years where we couldn't run it, places I've been, and we struggle throwing it. you know, and in the years and really the years we've ran the ball the best, we've had the most passing yards or the most explosive offense in passing. So I don't really have an expectation from a number standpoint. I really think it's one of those things that kind of just plays out however it plays out. We want to be aggressive. We want to stretch the field vertically and horizontally, and we feel like we got the guys to do that. So, you know, my expectation is to us play really good winning football and take what the defense gives us.
With the depth you have at running back,
Mhm.
I know Tim Horton was saying even last year, they didn't even know who the
Yeah.
running backs were going to be. He said, I feel like we can have two 1,000-yard backs. The offense is changing a little bit, but you have two really
Right.
proven guys. Is the expectation, hey, run game's going to be first and foremost, and there's an opportunity there for someone to hit 1,000 yards and maybe another one to challenge for it too?
I mean, that would be great. I hope so. I mean, we've had that in my career at other places. Coaches had that here too, in his career. So, you know, I do think it's one of those things that you're still trying to define what your team looks like in 2017. But make no mistake about it. We're going to run the football and throw it over their head and play action and all those things. But we'll just have to see how it plays out.
How much time does it take to find the identity of your offense?
I think as you get going early in the season, I mean, we know kind of who our playmakers are, so build the offense around those guys.
Yeah. Pretty long preseason this year with the extra week.
Feels like it, yeah.
Have you been able to get all your offense installed, or you said something
Yeah.
during the season?
Yeah, no, we've got the offense installed. We're just kind of now going back through it again and trying to, you know, fine tune it and maybe some different variations of the different concepts. But yeah, the offense has been installed.
How different is this wide receiver group than the one you saw on the first day of the spring?
Yeah, I do feel like they've improved tremendously. I think our guys are learning to compete on balls down the field, 50-50 balls. I think that's been impressive. I think they're playing with more confidence. I think those guys, you know, obviously we're young group last year. We know that, but I really like the demeanor they have now. I think they got a little swagger about them, you know, and feel confident. And I think that's important because obviously the teams we're going to play against are going to be like our defense. So we're going to have to make sure those guys are ready to go.
What's Chandler Cox's role in your offense? And quite frankly, has he kind of struggled to find ways he can help you?
No, not at all. He's a huge part. The three back in our offense is really big. You know, some places I've been, we've used an actual tight end in that spot. You know, a guy that can, flex and play attached and play in the backfield. He's a huge part of what we're doing. He's one of our team leaders. He's played a lot. I think he's a very, very important part of our offense.
It's clear that he's the starter of that spot, Chip, but frankly, who's the next guy behind him? And do you view that position as the true third down running back in pass protection more than you would the quarterback, either that way or Cameron?
I think Chandler's capable of doing that for sure. I do feel good about Cameron and Kerryon Johnson both on third downs as far as protection goes. But I think that, you know, Chandler's obviously a guy that's played a lot. Spencer Nye, Jalen Harris both are going to rotate and play in there some. Probably not ready to decide who would be the next guy, but Chandler's definitely the number one guy in that spot.
Try to identify your top 4, 5, 6 receivers.
Mhm.
What's that looking like right now? Because it seems like every day when we ask someone, they just name every single receiver.
Yeah.
What have you started figuring out those types of
Yeah, we haven't narrowed it down like you're thinking from like three guys, you know. I do think that group as a unit, I think they're all going to play, and I think that's going to help us, you know, play with some tempo. If those guys can rotate in, all play fast. But, yeah, I wouldn't be ready to single 2 or 3 guys out. Each day I think different guys make plays, and, you know, I'm counting on all of them being ready to go.
Really inside baseball question, Chip, but just because I've seen it referred to in different ways. What's the difference between the 9 and the 5? Because in the book, the 9 is the tight end, and it can be split off. And we've seen Sal there. But then you had said that.
What book you talking about? Oh, Coach. Oh, yeah.
But Slayton had been at.
Yeah.
Keeps talking about split end.
Yeah.
You had said 5, and I'm hearing like.
Yeah.
Both of them thrown around. So what's the difference in 9?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, what we do is play one guy to the boundary a lot, you know, but we also have spots in different formation. We put them to the field. So I think all of our receivers, they all know 2 different spots. So that's probably why you get some of that. The 9s will also know what the 2s do. The 5s know what the 3s do. So that's kind of how we do it. All right. Good deal.